Hey, Cowboys Nation, this is Cowboys Wire News, your home for breaking news, smart analysis, rumors, and film room insights. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a snap. Let's talk America's team. CeeDee Lamb has finally broken his silence, and the football world is shaking. The wide receiver, known for his explosive plays and magnetic presence on the field, spoke openly about the internal turmoil that has allegedly been tearing the Dallas Cowboys apart from the inside. Sources close to the team suggest that tensions have been simmering for months, with a mix of locker room disagreements, management decisions, and questionable strategic moves fueling frustration among players. Lamb's candid remarks paint a picture of a team struggling to find unity, a group that, despite its immense talent, may be undermining its own potential. The comments have already sparked a wildfire of speculation across social media, with fans and analysts dissecting every word, trying to understand the implications for the franchise's future. Some insiders believe that Lamb's outburst could mark the beginning of a larger reckoning within the organization, where unspoken grievances finally surface, and the Cowboys are forced to confront the cracks in their foundation. The wide receiver's honesty adds an entirely new dimension to the ongoing narrative surrounding one of the NFL's most storied teams. And questions now loom over how ownership and coaching staff will respond. In recent weeks, whispers of internal conflict have grown louder, hinting that CeeDee Lamb's frustrations are not isolated. Reports suggest that disagreements over play calling, offensive priorities, and personnel decisions have created an atmosphere of tension that has affected performance and morale. Some analysts argue that this unrest may have deeper roots, potentially involving disputes over contract negotiations, player roles, and the team's overall direction. Lamb's willingness to speak publicly could indicate that patience has worn thin, and players are feeling increasingly constrained by organizational decisions that they perceive as detrimental to success. Observers note that teams with elite talent often falter, not due to lack of ability, but due to internal disunity, and the Cowboys may be facing precisely that challenge. Fans are divided, with some praising Lamb's courage and others criticizing him for potentially destabilizing the team further. Regardless, the narrative is clear: there is unrest, and the spotlight is firmly on Dallas as questions about leadership, cohesion, and accountability rise to the forefront. Some believe that CeeDee Lamb's remarks are more than just venting. They may be a strategic signal aimed at prompting change within the organization by vocalizing concerns about the team's internal struggles. Lamb could be applying pressure on ownership and coaching staff to reconsider approaches, restructure priorities, or address systemic issues that have long been ignored. This tactic is not uncommon in professional sports, where players of Lamb's caliber leverage their influence to enact change, using their platforms to highlight problems that otherwise remain hidden. The timing of his statements, coinciding with reports of friction in the locker room and mixed performances on the field, has fueled speculation that Lamb is intentionally driving a conversation that could alter the franchise's trajectory. Analysts point out that the Cowboys, with their rich history and passionate fan base, cannot afford prolonged internal conflict, and Lamb's words may force leadership to confront uncomfortable truths. The potential outcomes range from renewed strategic clarity and team cohesion to further discord and uncertainty, making the situation a high-stakes drama with no clear resolution yet. The ripple effects of CeeDee Lamb's comments extend beyond the locker room, influencing media narratives, fan perception, and even league-wide speculation. Sports networks have been dissecting every nuance of his statement, debating whether this signals a deeper cultural problem or an isolated incident of frustration. Social media has exploded with theories, memes, and hot takes, reflecting the intensity of public engagement and the broader impact of Lamb's voice. Former players and insiders have weighed in, some agreeing that the team may be mishandling internal dynamics, while others caution against overinterpreting a single statement. The cumulative effect is a swirling storm of rumor and analysis, with Lamb at the center, potentially shaping the storyline. For weeks to come, the Dallas Cowboys are not just a team, they are an institution, and any suggestion of internal fracture resonates widely, affecting not only fans but sponsors, commentators, and the league itself. The question now is whether this public airing of grievances will lead to constructive dialogue or deepen existing divides, and whether Lamb's star power will drive real change. While speculation runs rampant, insiders hint at possible scenarios emerging from this moment. Some suggest that Lamb's outspoken stance could inspire other players to voice concerns, creating a domino effect of transparency that might pressure management to act decisively. Others warn that public criticism could harden stances, creating entrenched positions and potential rifts that could affect performance in upcoming seasons. The balance between leadership, talent, and accountability becomes critical in moments like this, and the Cowboys are reportedly navigating a delicate path. Lamb's reputation as a leader and elite performer adds weight to his statements, giving them credibility that few could match. Whether this leads to immediate corrective measures, a reevaluation of team culture, or ongoing tension is unknown, but the impact is undeniable. The conversation now extends beyond plays and statistics into identity, philosophy, and vision, reflecting the complex interplay between individual talent and collective ambition in professional sports. Ultimately, the story of CeeDee Lamb and the Cowboys is evolving in real time, a narrative fueled by talent, ego, and the pressures of high-stakes competition. Lamb's voice has opened a window into the inner workings of a franchise, often admired for its history, yet scrutinized for its recent inconsistencies, as fans, analysts, and insiders speculate about potential consequences. One thing is clear: the dialogue initiated by Lamb could reshape perceptions, influence decisions, and alter the trajectory of one of the NFL's most prominent teams. Whether this leads to reconciliation, restructuring, or prolonged tension remains uncertain. But the intrigue is palpable in the world of professional football, where loyalty, performance, and reputation intertwine. Moments like these carry outsized significance, making every comment, rumor, and speculation a potential game changer. CeeDee Lamb's words may well mark the beginning of a defining chapter in the saga of the Dallas Cowboys, and the football world is watching, waiting to see how this story unfolds. Speculation surrounding CeeDee Lamb's comments has intensified as insiders suggest that the ramifications could extend far beyond mere words. Some sources hint at the possibility of roster changes, with players reevaluating their commitment to the team in light of mounting internal tension. Rumors swirl that Lamb's frustrations may have inspired discussions in private among other key athletes, potentially forming a coalition demanding structural changes in strategy, coaching approaches, or management oversight. The locker room, once considered a sanctuary of camaraderie, is now described by some as a pressure cooker, where unresolved grievances simmer and alliances shift subtly with every passing week. Analysts and former players speculate that if these dynamics are mishandled, the consequences could manifest not only in performance inconsistencies, but also in a potential exodus of talent, as players may no longer feel aligned with the team's long-term vision. The intrigue is compounded by the timing of Lamb's statements, coinciding with a period of intense scrutiny from media and fans alike, creating a high-stakes environment where every reaction, rumor, or hint of tension is amplified. And the Cowboys' response or lack thereof could define the franchise's immediate future in unprecedented ways, adding another layer to the drama. Rumors suggest that ownership and coaching staff may be privately debating how to respond to Lamb's outburst. Some insiders claim that executives are weighing the delicate balance between addressing player concerns and maintaining authority, as conceding too much could set a precedent for internal dissent. At the same time, silence or inaction could be interpreted as indifference, further aggravating the locker room. Speculation is rife that discussions behind closed doors are intense, with differing opinions on how to manage elite talent while preserving cohesion and accountability. Fans and pundits alike have begun projecting possible scenarios, including high-profile trades, coaching adjustments, or strategic shifts designed to mollify key players while signaling that leadership remains in control. Lamb's visibility and influence magnify the stakes, as any perceived mishandling could undermine confidence in the organization both internally and publicly. This tension between player influence and organizational authority highlights the complexities of managing a team with superstar talent in an era where player voices carry unprecedented weight. Meanwhile, social media continues to fuel speculation, with fans and commentators dissecting every nuance of Lamb's statements. Memes, hot takes, and viral clips flood platforms, reflecting a mixture of support, criticism, and conjecture. Some fans argue that Lamb's candidness is a wake-up call, a necessary disruption that could force the Cowboys to confront issues that have been ignored for too long. Others warn that public airing of grievances could destabilize team chemistry, creating divides that are difficult to bridge. Former players weigh in with anecdotes from similar situations, offering insight into how locker room dynamics can shift dramatically in response to outspoken leaders. The constant cycle of commentary, rumor, and reaction creates a feedback loop where perception can become reality, influencing decisions made at the highest levels of the franchise. In this climate, every word spoken, every social media post, and every reported rumor carries the potential to ripple through the team and the league, shaping narratives and influencing outcomes in ways that are difficult to predict. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. Some analysts speculate that Lamb's statements might also be a subtle negotiation tactic, designed to strengthen his leverage in contract discussions or influence future team decisions by highlighting internal dysfunction. He positions himself as not only a top-tier athlete, but also a key voice in the franchise, whose satisfaction and engagement are crucial to success. This type of strategic candor is not uncommon among elite players, who recognize that their value extends beyond performance metrics to their ability to impact organizational culture and perception. Rumors suggest that the Cowboys' leadership may now face a dilemma, acknowledging the truth of Lamb's statements while balancing public optics and contractual negotiations. The interplay between talent, leverage, and organizational response creates a delicate situation where every move is scrutinized. Lamb's stature within the team makes his voice particularly influential, raising questions about how other players, potential trades, and future strategic plans might evolve as a result of his bold statements. The speculation alone has already reshaped narratives surrounding the team, signaling that internal dynamics may be more consequential than on-field performance. The broader NFL community has also taken notice, with rival teams reportedly observing the situation with keen interest. Some insiders suggest that competitors see potential opportunities to exploit perceived instability in Dallas, whether through trade discussions, free agency maneuvers, or strategic positioning for upcoming matchups. The idea that one player's public remarks could ripple into league-wide considerations underscores the interconnected nature of professional football, where perception, morale, and strategic positioning are as critical as athletic performance. Rumors about possible departures or shifts in team strategy create a sense of suspense that keeps analysts and fans engaged in near-constant speculation. Lamb's outspokenness, combined with Dallas' storied history and media attention, ensures that every decision, reaction, or non-response from the organization will be magnified. The franchise's handling of this situation may set a precedent for how elite talent voices are received in the NFL, influencing future negotiations, locker room culture, and even broader league policies regarding player influence. Ultimately, the saga surrounding CeeDee Lamb and the Dallas Cowboys represents more than a single player's frustration. It embodies the complexities of managing modern professional sports organizations. The intersection of elite talent, public scrutiny, internal dynamics, and organizational authority creates a narrative ripe for speculation, rumor, and debate as analysts, fans, and insiders attempt to forecast the next moves. One thing is clear: the implications of Lamb's statements are far-reaching, touching on culture, strategy, and perception at every level. Whether this leads to restructuring, reconciliation, or continued tension remains uncertain. But the intensity of attention ensures that the story will dominate conversations for weeks, if not months. Lamb's voice has ignited a discussion about accountability, leadership, and transparency within one of the NFL's flagship franchises. And the ripple effects are poised to influence not only Dallas, but the league as a whole. The Cowboys now find themselves at a crossroads, and how they navigate this turbulent period may define a new chapter in their history. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.